respectable blogs, Toya's Word and the Prophet blog, recently did articles on how more and more artists are being called out because they take songwriting credits for songs they didn't actually write. So we would like to know, what is your process when you create a song? Do you write the songs? Do you have songs reading for you? Do you take credits on?
It's different ways this process works, depending on the record. You know, records are submitted and it may be a good song, and an artist may change it to the actuality of what they want to say or how it fits them. Myself, I write, I would say 75% of everything I do. Okay. You know what I mean? Whether I collaborate with whoever. I don't like to block the idea of other people having amazing contributions. You know what I mean? I feel like I could do everything on my own as far as writing is concerned. But it's different to share that joy with somebody else. You know what I mean? That when you're in the studio with somebody and it's a young kid that wants to be a writer, or that really has, because a lot of the people that have written on my hit records haven't written before then on many other records or had many other placements for that matter. It was young kids or guys that were just getting started that might have had dibble and dabble here, but within the last, from my man Chef Tone, who I wrote Invented Sex with, we wrote Say I together along with Nate Walker. We wrote Neighbors Know My Name. I actually wrote that with Troy Taylor, just he and I. Onto Your Side of the Bed, to go into this album, Bottoms Up, I wrote that with Chef Tone as well, and Edric Miles, who's a songbook writer, producer, who hadn't had a placement before then. You know what I mean? So it's basically about, with me, it's people being in the room and having great ideas. Yeah. And them, like, come on, let's do this. Okay. You know what I mean? And as far as artists taking credit, I don't know specifically those situations, but I feel like as an artist, if you're giving that song the light, you know what I mean? If you give Janet Jackson a song, she's gonna be on the writer's credit. If you give Beyoncé a song, she's gonna be on the writer's credit, no matter if they say a word. You know what I mean? I think that's respect to seniority. That's like if you get somebody a car to get a ride, you gotta get them gas money. They taking you where you want to be. Yeah.
You talked about Nicki Minaj with the collaboration Bottoms Up, which is one of your most successful singles to date, right? Mm-hmm. So how did this collaboration happen?
The record came on, they played the track. It was actually a day in the studio. I was sitting with the guys we were just talking about it. You know, we didn't do much work that day. Just sitting around playing Xbox, and you know, no really creative juices were flowing. We played with a couple ideas, but none of them made. None of them we actually even finished. And then that track came on. We were going through tracks. We said, that's it. And when I heard it, I knew it was the first single. And we loaded it up, wrote Bottoms Up in probably about 45 minutes. And I called Nicki. And within a week and a half, we had an amazing record.
Okay. So what do you think of her beef with Lil Kim, and how your good friend Drake got involved in that beef?
Well, you know, any beef is, you know, I hate to use the word beef because, you know, people die over beef, like what real beef is. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a misunderstanding on records. And, you know, Nicki feels as though she deserves her respect, as I'm sure Lil Kim feels the same. And it's going to be a day where they figure out what it is they want to do, but I'm sure just as, I don't think there would be a Nicki Minaj without a Lil Kim. I think she knows that. I think, just like there would be no Trey Songz without R. Kelly. Okay. You know, but and as far as Drake, you know, that's his sister. He's gonna ride for her no matter what. And I think you know, Lil Kim did amazing things for the game, and and it's now Nicki Minaj's time. You know what I mean? Whether they should disagree or talk about each other is corny. You know what I mean?
You've become quite popular among the big R&B dealers thanks to your collaboration with Mariah Carey, Mary J. Blige, Toni Braxton, Monica. So who's next?
Who's next? Beyoncé, Alicia Keys. Let's go. Rihanna. It's still a few more, you know. So I want to make like big duet, like a real big duet with someone.
So for your next album, Beyoncé.
I would love to.
Cool. That's a nice message. So out of Michael Jackson, Prince, and R. Kelly, who was your biggest musical influence?
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly, definitely.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And next would be?
Next would actually be, I would say Prince and Michael kind of are equal in my musical inspiration. You know, because I wasn't always a big R&B fan. You know what I mean? I was more of a hip hop guy. Okay. Everybody loves Michael, of course. Yeah, sure. You know what I mean? And you know who Michael Jackson is when you're born. You know, but you know, I was more into hip hop, and that kind of channeled my love for R. Kelly because he was so easy to love as a hip hop fan. He was the R&B guy for that.
You recently said on Twitter, if I was to have a sex tape or even pics leak between inverted commas, I'd promote it like an album. So, were you referring to Chris Brown's situation?
No, I wasn't. I made that clear on 2 tweets after that.
2, okay. So, definitely not that situation. Many of my readers, of course, want to know, when are your nude pics coming out? And if
my nude pics come out, I'm promoting it like an album. I'm telling you, man. From the beginning of time, it's done wonders for people, man. Paris Hilton, Kim Kardashian, you know what I mean? It works wonders, man. I need to figure it out.
Are you planning to releasing some?
I'm gonna set a date and get the production right, and figure out my directors.
Many of them also want to know if you feel any pressure putting them out after Chris Brown.
What? Naked pics?
Naked pics, yeah.
Oh man, I don't feel no pressure, never. Pressure bust pipes or make diamonds, baby. What you gonna do? You gonna fold or you gonna shine?
Okay. What is your take on the constant homosexuality rumors surrounding singers, including yourself?
Well, I feel as though when you reach a certain level of success, people are gonna have things to say about you that aren't true. You know, you gotta be prepared for that when you put yourself in the situation that you're in. And, you know, that's from everything to homosexuality rumors, to bankruptcy rumors for certain people, to who you're dating, to everything, you know what I mean? And it's the truth always comes to light.
Okay. So thank you for this interview. It was
Paris,
really nice.
France, I love you. I'm very excited. It's going down show tonight. This will be out well after, so it was a great show tonight.
We actually want to be reviewing your shows.
No, that's what's up. Love.
Thank you.